Hello, it is Mary and Mocha in another video. Let's try this again. So, this video is what have I been doing the last month? Because April 4th, you'll get a empty house tour video. So we'll go back to March 3rd. So March 3rd, we got the keys. So March 3rd, that night, about 9 o'clock. Yeah, it was about 9 o'clock. We filled up the car and came to the house and started unloading the car. When we unloaded the car, Mocha and I stayed here. In the video on April 4th, was actually March 3rd. Because I did a empty house tour Friday, March 4th. We started doing loads back and forth. And one of Jamie's friends, which is one of my roommates, helped. And they did 5 or 6 car and truckloads. And then March 5th, I had to sit here all day. And Jamie pretty much sat here with me all day. Because Comcast came. So I will have faster internet speed. So after Comcast came, Mocha and I sat here pretty much all day until later on that night when we went home and pretty much went to bed. We were supposed to have movers on the 5th. But since one of the roommates decided to put herself in it, even though she was paying for it, they never came because of her. So on the 6th, we call. They couldn't get to us until the 7th, I believe. Or the 6th. I think it was 6th. We finally stayed at the house the first time. Slept at the house. It was either the 6th or the 7th. It was the 6th. Because the 7th, it makes me tired thinking about everything we've done. We kept going back and forth between the houses, and the house and the other house. We finally got everything out of the house by the 16th, I think. Because the 18th we turned in the keys. So, yeah, I was trying to do an empty house tour there, but everyone kept talking. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna record this. And Mocha kept barking. The reason I know the timeline so well is because I spent that 8th for about 4 hours in the hospital. And then the 9th or the 10th. The 9th, Jamie, my roommate, was helping get they put it in the truck 5 because had all 3 of us. And then when they got here, it was just the 2 of them. Jamie got the foot stuck under a 100-pound concrete pole, and so the 9th, after that happened, we didn't do nothing but went to the grocery store for a minute, came home, and we didn't sit still at the house. This wall behind me was full of boxes all the way almost to the ceiling. There was just a little path to get in and out. So yeah, Jamie and I have been packing, unpacking, and trying to organize all this. And get everything together. And then on the 10th, Jamie goes to the ER because it hurt so bad and broke 2 bones in the big toe on the left foot. What's crazy is this whole time, for 10 days, 12 days, I shouldn't have been doing nothing. But of course, if I didn't help Jamie, Jamie would have been doing it all by herself. So, even though I was in very, very, very much pain, I kept pushing myself and pushing myself and pushing myself to limits that I could not even take. The office that I'm in right now, I would get it clean to the point it is like right now, and then it would fill up again, and then I would clean it again, get it to back to how it is now, and it 3 or 4 times. The bedroom got to a point where it's livable. And then I started organizing it, and now my closet door's shut, and so I've been doing a lot of trips back and forth between the 2 houses. I hate it. All my rose bushes up front and my blueberry tree on the side of the house. And I think there's a couple others. I will never go over to the other house to see what it is, what they do with them, because it's going to be heartbreaking if they mow them down. Mocha's left this house because he gets a big backyard to run around in and go potty in. And what's neat is there's a lot of people that walk around the neighborhood, so it is a safe neighborhood to walk around and exercise. I might do a office tour, and I don't know if I'm going to do a bedroom tour. Because of that space. Then something else happened. Okay, so I do, because no one else, the other two, the one only worries about herself and didn't care if the kitchen was unpacked or nothing. So I go in there to unpack it. I'm standing in the dining room, the formal dining room of the house, and Jamie's like, let's put, I have one tote that had nothing but Ninja cups and my smoothie blender and my normal blender. Jamie was like, okay, put this in the kitchen so we can have this empty tote, and I'll put it in storage. So I go into the kitchen. If you've watched my empty house tour, you'll see there's a lot of cabinet space and storage space. My roommate that smokes, under her breath, said, I guess Mocha! No! I guess I mean nothing. And I have no space in this kitchen. There is one it's next to the microwave. But there was one cabinet door, had nothing in it. This same person that dropped a pill and caused me to pay $600 on mochas. A mocha, since he got really sick. So I was like, I said, I don't care. I said, I don't care. I want to move. I went to Jamie. I said, I don't care. I want to move. I can't do this. I go into the bedroom, sit down on the bed. And I'm one of those people that when you get mad, you start crying. And I started looking at apartments and houses and all that fun stuff. And I laugh at it now because I do think what I did was funny. The whole thing. Even though everyone else that hears the story is like, did Mary take it too far? And what Jamie explains to him and what I tell him is, yes, if this was the first time something like this happened, this person always acts like this, says stuff under their breath, thinks no one hears them, and it made me mad. And I'm one of those people that I try to hide a lot of the stuff and bottle it up. That's why if you watch one of my videos, it's take care of your mental health. The rest of the story that I'm going to tell you goes into this fact. So like I say, it's on top of each other. Had this situation during Thanksgiving, and then what she said during Christmas. And keep moving stuff around when I put it a certain way in the kitchen for a reason. So please take care of your mental health. Don't live with people that make your mental health worse than it is. So as I was sitting there, because I did sign a new lease, can't get out of it until April 30th of next year. So I was sitting there, and I got up and I said, I ain't dealing with this. I go into the kitchen and pack all my dishes, pots, pans, pretty much everything that belongs to me. I packed it up, put it in storage, because why have my nice stuff out there when it ends up like one of the pans is already. I have Rachael Ray dishes, which Rachael Ray is non-stick. To be evil, she used my Rachael Ray, and it's got marks on it from metal and things. So basically, pretty much half of my stuff is in storage right now. The only stuff I really have out is a couple things in the living room, stuff in this office, stuff in the bedroom, and my pictures that are in the dining room. Because we really aren't supposed to have stuff on the wall. These, yeah, are fine. But those two pictures are up by command strips. That was already up. I do have some nails that are in places. Most of my stuff in here are command. Some of the stuff in here is command strips. Stuff in there is nails. Little small nails. For me, I use, after I take down pictures in that, I will put I do use that stuff that you do the holes up with, but if you have health issues, please take care of your mental health. So on top of taking my stuff out of the kitchen, I took my trash can out of the kitchen. Like I say, I laugh now because I think it's funny, but at the time I was mad, so I did it because I did not want to deal with stuff. And I was like, I wanted to start making smoothie bowls, but I don't want to be like I lived in the other house and make things in my bathroom and wash dishes in my bathroom. I don't want to live like that again. I didn't want to live like that. So basically, in here, I've got a shelf that has food on it. I still have my mini refrigerator, microwave. The office is / now small kitchen. And that's the thing. I said get your mental health, check your mental health. The other two people I live with both have mental problems, and they don't get it checked. And they don't do nothing about it. So that's one of the things I've been dealing with. And I've had like 2 or 3 breakdowns since I've lived here. And I try to deal with them, but try to take care of stuff. And it's hard. Like every time I do a video here, since the walls are so thin, you're gonna hear that. Or you're gonna hear her coughing. So yeah, it's so much fun. I'm gonna try my best to do videos, keep my mind going. I've been so out of it that I don't even want to play The Sims. And with Comcast, I've been binging a lot of programs. I'm trying to deal with stuff.